Hey there guys, I'm SonicGhost and welcome to another challenge. Today, we're going to be playing a little bit of Sonic Unleashed, going for some infamous achievements here in this set game. These set achievements are none other than two speedrunning related achievements in the game. If I pause here and go into my achievements tab, at the bottom here we got Blue Meteor, dash through the white walls at top speed. We also have another achievement called Speeding Ticket. This one, we gotta become the fastest thing alive. These achievement names aren't really the best descriptions at what exactly these achievements ask the player to do, but to break these down, the first one, Blue Meteor, is you need to beat Windmill Isle Act 2 as Sonic in 2 minutes and 35 seconds. The other achievement here in question, Speeding Ticket, this is one where you have to beat Arid Sands Act 1, once again as Sonic, in 2 minutes and 50 seconds. So if you can get these set target times or under, this is how you get these set achievements. And they're pretty difficult for a first time player, especially if you haven't leveled up your character at all. Like I haven't here. My speed and my ring energy are both at level 1, but this isn't gonna really matter too much because I have a little bit of a problem with my controller right now. I can't boost. So that's gonna complicate things even more. Yeah, we're making this challenge as hard as possible. I think you can see where we're going with this. Our goal today is to get both of these speedrun related achievements as Sonic, but we are not gonna be using any of our boost meter whatsoever. Now, you may think that's going to make this challenge impossible, but if I jump into a level really quick just to demonstrate how exactly this is going to work, well, this is where we don't have to worry too much about using the boost, because when we boost, we get a lot of speed, just like so here, running at top speed, but there are other ways we can get very, very fast in Sonic Unleashed. One of them is just drifting around, just essentially sneaking back and forth, which gives us a lot of speed. Then we can hold down the crouch button to do some quick side steps here, as shown, and using this technique we can go as fast as we want through any level, but that is not all. We can also barely move forward just like so, and if we get a lot of speed in the air, then we can utilize a very, very specific angle on our controller to fly through the air with something called M speed in 3D and D speed in 2D. So we have plenty of ways to go fast in this game without actually using the boost button. And because of this, I'm going to be utilizing all these said techniques to go as fast as we can in these levels without boosting, to see if I can get these speedrun related achievements without touching the boost button once. So without any further ado, let's jump into our first level here, Windmill Isle Act 2. While this file may have cleared the said level, I do not have achievement data here, as I am playing on the unofficial PC version of Sonic Unleashed, known as Unleashed Recompiled, and this allows me to get rid of my achievement data with relative ease, so I can have a fresh file here that's just going through the level with essentially no achievements unlocked, which is going to make this challenge essentially possible. So let's go ahead and just drift through the town here, just keep on drifting, get stomped by some barrels, not really that big of a deal. And then right here, we're just going to jump through the air, get a little bit of D speed just to go through in the said 2D section. And from here, we could take the top path, but we're just barely not fast enough. And to be honest, there's not much of a difference between the top and the bottom path in that argument, so we'll take the bottom path. And now we're converging back into a 3D space. Unfortunately, not much we can do here to get any extra speed outside of what we have now, so this rail section, kind of slow. But thankfully, once we hit the speed panels here near the end, we start getting a lot more top speed. And once we're off, then we can just start moving around at our own speed here. Okay, we just barely got on the rail. Perfect. Now we can use all that speed we got going into the rail to get through this section. Go ahead, do another D speed here into a dash pad, hit the spring, go up onto this rail. And at this point, we're playing things essentially normally here in the stage. Now, I do have the air dash disabled here, as you can see, so I'm just, instead of boosting in the air, which is one of Sonic's upgrades here in Sonic Unleashed, I'm just using the homing attack instead, which is going to help a little bit in the said challenge. so I don't have to worry too much about accidentally using my boost button, as long as I don't hit it while I'm on the ground. Here we're just going to do a little bit of snaking on the ground, just going to go back and forth with our drift, keep it going, almost to the end of this section. Hit that rainbow loop, keep on going at this point, just keeping the pace. We're doing pretty good. We're at 157, so we have a little bit of time to spare here. But we do have to keep it moving because that timer is going to tick down here very fast. So let's just go ahead and utilize some of our air boosting here. Did not mean to go up. That's not that big of a deal. As long as we hit the dash pad, we're good. Get that quick time event. And at this point, we're at the end of the stage, so just going to do a little bit of extra movement here and there. Hit the set spring, hit the wall here on the left, fall down, and there you go. We got the ringleader achievement, funny enough, but that's not the one I'm looking for. I'm looking for Blue Meteor. There we go. We beat Windmill Isle Act 2 in less than 2 minutes 35 seconds, getting our first speedrun achievement, and we didn't boost a single time in the stage. So that shows right there, you can get these achievements in Sonic Unleashed without leveling up your character or even using the boost meter. But as long as you know how to abuse these game's mechanics. No way I was doing that at just a jog's pace. Now it's time for the other stage of the 2 speedrun achievements. This one now takes us to Arid Sands Act 1. And this one is one of the harder ones in the game. Speeding Ticket is definitely one where you need to memorize the level and definitely have a good beginning. But let's just jump into it and see how well we can do. Alright, so to start here in the beginning of the stage, we want to grab a ring here as soon as we can, because there's a lot of obstacles and enemies to start. So we're going to be stopped a lot here. Try my best to avoid all the things if possible, but yeah, the beginning of the stage is really designed for you to be boosting. And since we're not boosting, it makes things a lot worse. Hold down slide to break all the cardboard boxes around us here. And from this point, going to the 2D section, I'm just going to jump through it here. Lose a little bit of speed at the very end, so this is a little awkward. But I got all my speed back going into the second part, so I made up for it. We'll jump up to the top, do a little dash, and then use my light speed dash. And from here, I'm just going to hold down the slide button any opportunity I get, because holding slide in Sonic Unleashed lets you preserve a lot of your momentum in the game. And it's just really helpful holding down slide into a 2D section from a 3D section. You keep all that speed when you're sliding into a 2D, so do keep that in mind. You get the light speed dash there, going to the dash pad, but really, it could have been a lot worse, so I'm surprised that actually worked out. I'm going to jump here so we can hit the rail, and then jump over the boxes, because I can't just slide my way through. Unfortunately, I just don't have the speed. Here, we're going to fail this quick time event on purpose, and just jump over this enemy. Actually, kind of faster to do that at the very end. Try to stay underneath everything. Jump here to get over all the enemies, and also the wooden wall in front of us, and now we're into yet another 2D section. And look at that speed. Without boosting at all, we're over the 2,000 SPD numbers, so that right there shows you don't need the boost in Sonic Unleashed to go as fast as possible. We're actually proving how fast you can go without using boost. And there's just certain dash pads in this game that just have absurd levels of speed attached to them, which also helps in our case too. Taking the top half here on the rail. Now we're entering our final 2D section here, and once we get to this part, I'm just going to jump straight down. Oh no, I took a hit. Doesn't really matter because this is the faster part of this 2D section, so that saves me a lot of time in the process. And right here, I'm just going to take the bottom path. You can't even take that top path right now without boost, so I'm not going to attempt it. And that is it for the 2D section. Then just go ahead, stop, do a little bit of QSS through that final section, and from here, we just have to make sure we hit these said springs, which is easier said than done at Mach speed, but there you go. We made it. Jump over all the obstacles in my way, and from here, we are at the end of the stage. And there you go. There's your speeding ticket. We beat the stage in 2 minutes, 35 seconds, and 8 milliseconds without using the boost button once. And that is the second and final of the 2 speedrunning achievements here in Sonic Unleashed. Both achieved at level 1 status with no boost required. So needless to say, Sonic is pretty fast in this game, even though he didn't level up his speed once or even use his trademark boost ability. Really just shows you right there what you can do with the movement in Sonic Unleashed. That's why I really enjoy the movement in this game. so much, and I constantly go back and play these day stages over and over. The movement in Sonic Unleashed, some of the best in the entire franchise. And today's video, I hope, was a good showcase of some of the crazy stuff you can do here in Sonic Unleashed. But that is it. We achieved our goal, getting both the speeding ticket and the blue meteor achievements here without using boost whatsoever. So with that said, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.